this is Cindy, and I'm going to work in my art journal today. And I don't know if you've noticed, I'm sure that you probably have, over the last month or so, there's been a lot of hoopla on Facebook and YouTube about the new Jane Davenport products. So of course, I had to run out to the craft store to check it out. And this is what I bought. I got washi tape, and these are gorgeous washi tapes. And I hope that you can see. I hope this isn't getting blurry, but they're gorgeous. They're little parts of her paintings. And here's some mermaids, and they're just beautiful. The colors are beautiful, and they're just very unique washi tapes. Not your basic dots or music notes. Look at that, there's a unicorn. These are gorgeous, so I'm going to work those into my art journal page. I also bought the collage paper, and the collage paper is actually napkins, and they're 2-ply napkins, so I'll separate them, but I thought I'd show you all the ones that come in the box. We have this one with all the little faces, and a couple years ago when I started becoming interested in art again and doing mixed media, I found Jane Davenport, and I took several of her classes, and these faces are sort of the ones she teaches you how to do in her classes. I remember doing this one where the face is sort of looking up, and then learning how to do like a 3/4 face. They're very cute. Then she has a few with it's like color swatches. Very pretty. Then there are 2, let's see, a pink and a blue that are just splotches. Paint splotches. And then we have some larger faces, and I remember I think we did this face in one of the classes, but they're like little sketches of her faces with flesh tones painted on. Couldn't think of the word. We have some more just color. Let's see. Laughter is a smile with the volume turned up. And some little sketches. Some more paint swatches. Same thing, except these have the lines like in a watercolor pan. Anyway, I got that. I also got her watercolors, but I don't have them sitting right here, so I won't show you those, and I don't think I'm going to use those today in our page today. Anyway, the funny thing is, when I open these napkins, one of the first classes that I took from Jane Davenport was a little mini course through that Interweave. Interweave is the company that publishes a lot of art magazines. And then she has regular courses and mini courses that she sells through there. I don't know if she still does, but she did. And this one I think was like $1.99 or $2.99. I know it wasn't any more than $3.99. It's like a little 15-minute course, and it was how to make a face, but using napkins as the background. So I thought that was funny because it was really one of the first pieces of art that I did. And I'm going to try, I took it down off my wall, and I'm going to try to get it so that you can see it here. But as you can see, these are all napkins, and I did exactly the same face. Of course, my face obviously is not as good as Jane's face, and this is when I was first starting out, but napkins, background was napkins, and I call this painting Butthead because her hair or hat or whatever I was thinking here, every time I look at it, it looks like a butt. And other people may not see a butt, but I see a butt, so I've always called this Butthead. I've moved it several different places in my house, and my husband calls it the Butthead painting too. But so much for that. Anyway, so these napkins reminded me of that. And I'm going to, let's see, and I'm going to use these in the journal page, and they sort of go with our first journal page that I did a week or two ago. Colors are similar. Now I'm going to be, now I will wash my hands before I start. I was just working on a Patreon video with ink, so I have ink all over the place. But since this is going to be the first signature in the art journal, you would open it, and this would be the next page. This is another insert. This would be the third page. I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do my page here on this page. So I'll be working with it like this. I'll be working on this half. And sort of bring it over into this page and make this page one of those pages that's sort of just the beginning of something, and maybe I could write on it or journal on it in the future. So I think I'll take, you know, some of the colors from this page and just sort of splash them over here in some way, or maybe, you know, little bits of these napkins and washi tape over here. But this isn't going to be like the actual journal page. This is going to be the actual journal page. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to fix my camera so that it's not, this is just a really bad angle and doesn't give me much room to work here. And get rid of butt head and wash my hands, and then we'll be ready to go. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, time to get started. I have my page here, and to protect the other half, put a piece of paper, painter's tape, so I won't get the other page dirty. And I think what I want to do first is just start putting some of these napkins down. I already split all of them. They were 2-ply. I pulled them apart. So now they're 1-ply. And let's rip some up. They're so pretty. I hate to rip them. But we will. Let's see. Let's go like this. Well, that was interesting. Right in the middle of doing this, there was an Amber Alert on my phone, and I record these on my phone. So anyway, there's an Amber Alert. And I hope they are able to find that missing child. Okay, I think I'm going to have to do this with my fingers because I don't have any good sponge brushes. This one's kind of stiff. So let's just do it the way I usually do it. And these napkins are so delicate when you use them anyway. Usually end up ripping the napkin when I use a brush. Okay. Let's get this on without ripping it. And I don't know if you can hear that or not, but the guy next door must be cutting down some trees. I hear a chainsaw over there. And he's been at it all day. It's really a gorgeous day. It's like in the 60s. And you can probably hear my dog down there barking. That's her job. That's what she does all day long. Barks and eats, barks and eats. Sleeps a little bit in between. I saw some of your all's art journal pages, and they're really, really pretty. You guys are so talented. Okay, there's that. Let's see, let's use a little of Use a little of this. Let's see. We'll take off these edges. You know, the other day, Christy Sobolewski, I know you all get tired of hearing me say her name, but I watch her videos constantly. And I've joined her Obsessions thing, and she did a video the other day where she ran napkins. Uh-oh, okay. Here, I'm losing my hair. Ran napkins through her printer. She attached the napkin to a piece of paper and ran it through the printer, and it worked. And if I had a decent printer, I would try that, but my printer is horrible. I need a new one. But what a good idea. I mean, obviously, you can run tracing paper or deli paper through the printer, but I've never seen anybody do napkins before, so I thought that was like incredibly cool. And then after seeing these napkins, it makes me really want to do it. You could just take any piece of art and print it onto a napkin and use it, you know, for your collage papers. So brilliant. Hang on, here's my husband. Okay, I'm gonna finish doing this. My husband just came home and he has got some kind of little fish that he wants to put in our pond that eats mosquitoes. So, he's gonna put them in the pond, and he of course wants me to witness this. Hopefully the goldfish won't eat these little fish. That would really make us feel bad. Okay, let me put this down before I go out and watch the introduction of the new fish into the pond. This will be good. I'll give this a chance to dry. Actually, okay, I want to put on these faces too. Let's see. Put on a couple of these faces before I go outside. Like right there. See, and you'll be able to see the other through it. Okay. More Mod Podge. And I'm using matte Mod Podge. And of course you could use, you know, matte gel medium. I wouldn't use glossy. I mean, you could use glossy if that's the look that you want, but I usually don't use any glossy until I'm at the end of something and I want it to be shiny. Then I'll use glossy, but I don't use it while I'm working on it. Now see, I ripped the napkin right there. Still looks okay, but you have to be careful. You can't have too much of the Mod Podge on your hand because then it just gets too wet and starts to wrinkle. So, I will try not to do that. Let's see, maybe this little girl with the crown. Put her over here, or, you know, this could be because I'm putting napkin over napkin too. That probably isn't helping this situation a lot. Okay, I'm going to try to be really, really careful. Okay, there we go. And a little bit up in the corner. What do I want? What do I want? Maybe more of this pinky splotchy. Go like... Go like this up in the corner. Man, I put way too much there. Okay, let's do this. And, you know, this video is probably going to go up before the next time I'm really scheduled to have one up, because, I don't know, this every 2 weeks thing, every other Thursday thing. It just seems too long. Because I don't want to go ahead and make pages, and then when you see them on the video, they're already 2 weeks old, and I don't know. I may have to rethink that every 2 weeks thing. May have to be like maybe every 10 days or something like that. Anyway, okay. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to go out and see these new fish in the pond, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back from putting the fish in the pond, and they are really cute. They're tiny, tiny little fish, and they're supposed to eat the mosquitoes, so that's a good thing. Now I'm going to put some washi tape on. I don't like the way this blob of dark is right there. Oh, listen, my husband's yelling at the dog because she's barking like crazy. And I'm going to try to hide some of this with the washi tape. Okay. That was kind of dark on top of dark. Try to do something lighter. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah, this is really a beautiful washi tape. I can't wait to put it on some mail or something, or some postcards or something like that. Here we have little mermaids. Gorgeous, gorgeous little mermaids. Wow, I could just keep going and going. Okay, no, let's send it right here. And let's put some mermaids going maybe, where do I want these mermaids to be? Maybe across here. They're so pretty. I don't want to go overboard with this washi tape, but it is really pretty. And here's some positive words. Let's see. Adventurous, hopeful, mystical, lovely, magical, dreamy, wishful. Okay. Those sound good. It sounds like what I want to be. Okay. Here we go. This is the end of these words right here. Let's do some along the bottom here maybe. That'll peek through, and let's see what this says. It says, I'm learning to, it says I'm learning to ply. What? Is it supposed to say I'm learning to play? I swear that says I'm learning, look, it says I'm learning to ply. See, that's what it says all the way through. I'm learning to, oh, oh my God, I'm an idiot. This says I'm learning to fly, not ply. I'm not learning to ply. I'm learning to fly. That makes a little more sense, doesn't it? Oh, Cindy, Cindy, what are you thinking? Okay, let's see. I'm going to do a couple stamps because I think I have an idea of what I want my little message to be on this. And I think some hearts would be good. And not just because it's getting to be Valentine's Day, which is also my anniversary. I'll be married 27 years. Yep, 27 years. February 14th. Okay. Please come out, right? Oh, yay! Yay! And let's put another one right here. And let's see. I love this stamp. I use this stamp a lot. Is that dark over here? No. I use this stamp a lot. It's just a weird Botticelli-esque face. Botticelli-esque. And you know, Botticelli is not one of my artists and my inspiration from the greats. If you're watching the inspiration from the greats, my next artist is Van Gogh. My last one was Jackson Pollock. The next one is Vincent van Gogh, and I do not have any idea what I'm going to do. I don't want to do the, whatever you call it, Starry, Starry Night one. I don't want to do the sunflowers because those are just too common. I mean, they're beautiful, but I'd like to do something a little different, so I have to study him a little bit more. Well, I must say, that was really an awful stamp, and that's why I don't like to stamp. A lot of times I stamp on tissue paper and then put it on with gel medium, and tissue paper becomes translucent. I fear the stamp. Okay, now I am going to do something with this girl. Uh-oh, can you hear that? My husband's listening to a video downstairs. He's listening to Vic DiPotetto. He loves him because he's Italian. My husband's Italian. They're from New York, and, you know, he's got that whole thing in common. And I'll tell you, if it gets much louder, I'm going to have to turn this off. But you know what? I have to turn it off for a minute anyway because I need to find my pen. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have things quieted down a tiny bit in my house now. We'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. Now I've got this girl that, if you all saw, there's my husband yelling at the dog again. Okay, you all thought that I lived in this, you know, nice, quiet environment. I have my little art room upstairs with my little heater going that looks like a fire, and no, I live in chaos in a madhouse. Anyway, okay, I have these girls. I have a bunch of them. If you watched my video on Monday, I did a thing with girls. So I cut a bunch of girls out of magazines and put them on cardstock and cut them out so I would have little masks. And so I'm going to use this to trace her on there. Can we see it? Yes, we can. And I'm using this girl because she looks very, I like her stance. She looks very tough, like she isn't taking any crap from anybody. I really need to give this up, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, my husband's not mad. He's just, he's Italian and he yells constantly. Everything is this dramatic yelling. See, I'm German, so I'm very, subdued. No, I'm not really. But, he is very, he's loud, and everybody loves him. Anyway, okay. Here we go. Let's see if I can finish this before there's another outburst from downstairs. So funny. Got a 17-year-old dog arguing with her father. Her father, who's made her into this spoiled dog that she is because he's constantly cooking different food for her. Gives her pasta all the time. He's always worried that she's starving to death. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I've got that chick drawn there. And I think I'm going to do just a little bit of outlining her so that she sort of pops out a little bit. And then I'm going to put my message on. And oh yeah, I have these gel pens. Let's see. I'm going to color in this girl's eyes right here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Can make her have nice blue eyes. And let's find some pink. Put some pink lips in there. Ah, nice. Okay. Pink lips there. What color hair should she have? If I make it blonde, it's not going to show up. How about some glittery pinky hair? Let's see. This is a little bit difficult because the background is very textured because of the napkin. Is this going to work? Not that well. Not that well because of the gel medium. That's okay. I might use a gelato or something. I like these mermaids going across there though. Okay, let me grab some gesso so we can outline this a little bit, but I don't want to go too far because I don't want to hide a whole lot of this. But hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what we can do with this gesso now. Let's see. I just want to make her stand out a little bit from the background, but I don't want to cover up a lot of the background like I usually do. So let's see what we can do. Use my finger to spread it out a little bit. Now I'm probably going to go around this a couple times. Let's see. Okay, I definitely don't want to hide a lot of the face down here. A lot of the faces down here, but if that happens, it happens, because I really don't have an idea of what I'm doing anyway. The whole thing behind these journal pages, we just do whatever. Okay, now my husband's calling me again. Hold on. Okay, yes, he had to tell me to turn the heater on upstairs. So now I've got my little cute little heater on. Yeah, my husband got me that heater last year, and I'll tell you, it's wonderful. Takes the chill off up here. And I just like the whole ambiance. It's a little fake fireplace. We have a real fireplace downstairs, but this is my little fireplace upstairs. I'll bet a lot of you guys are still suffering in the cold. Got really hot here for a few days, and now it's been chilly for a few days. And I have my art tent set up outside because if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know I'm getting ready. I signed up to do an art fair at the beginning of March. So I've never had one of those white art tents before. Well, because I've never been. Last year, I did a couple tiny little art shows, but they weren't the type where you had to invest in an art tent. This one, it's the Gainesville Fine Arts Association, which I joined this year. And it's their 10th annual arts fair at Tioga. I think that's what it's called. But it's a good size art fair. You have to have an art tent. So I bought one, and I have it set up out in my yard because I'm working on figuring out how I'm going to do the display and hang the paintings and all that stuff. A couple days ago, we had a lot of wind, and the tent did not cave in, fall down, blow over. So I feel pretty good about that. I bought these little weights from the same company that makes the tent, and I'll tell you what, they really didn't look that substantial. I questioned whether they would work or not, but so far so good. So I'm probably going to have the tent up for another couple weeks because it's taking a while to figure out exactly how to set it up. I bought these little grids to hang my paintings on and have a little table, and I made a banner to hang on the outside, but that's not working out very well. We have to come up with something else for a sign. But I am very, very excited about it. And I hope that I sell something. I'm going to not include the things that I had in the last couple little art things that I did. I'm going to have mostly my like abstract acrylic ink paintings, and maybe some of my faces. I'm not sure, but it's going to be some different things. And I'm going to sell some prints and some cards, and I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what goes. Hopefully something would go, because I would love to travel around and do art shows. You know, I'm retired. I used to sell real estate. I probably told you that before. But this is what I would like to do with my life, with my time. Travel around, not very far, because I don't really like traveling. But travel around Florida and do different art shows. That would be fun. So, depending upon what happens at this art show, that will determine whether I do that or not. Although, if no one buys anything at this one, I'll probably try another one with some different types of art. You know, I'm not going to give up after one try, but maybe after two. We'll see. See what happens. I was thinking about making some jewelry too. You know, just to have as something different. Like making some little pendants and making them out of my art. Like little miniature pieces of my art in pendants. Like maybe on a leather string or something. I don't know. It's in a month. And I know that sounds like a long time, but it's really not a long time. This is going to fly by. Okay, can we see her? Can we see her a little bit? We can. We can see her a tiny bit. Let's see. I'm probably going to go around her with a charcoal pencil too to make her stand out a little bit more. I know that this is similar to what I did last time, because I did a girl last time. So this one is similar but different. I didn't use napkins last time. Okay. So I might add some more and white this up a little bit more. I don't know. But for right now, let's leave it like this. And I want to think about where I want to put my words. And I may add a little bit more washi tape and a few more stamps. Okay, I lowered the camera a little bit. And let's see, I'm going to use these Faber-Castell big brush markers to some color into some spots. These hearts here. There we go. Okay, everything's quieted down a little bit in my house. My dog is, well, my husband's finished eating, which means that my dog is now finished barking. She is a persistent dog. I mean, she is addicted to food. She doesn't think about anything else but food. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Let's see. Let's add a little, so we can add a little shading in here. Of course, the shading is in the stamp, so I don't know that I really need this, but let's play around with it. And maybe, okay, let's see, do something with her little crown here. Well, the yellow doesn't really show up, does it? Let's do something different. How about maybe some orange? There, the orange shows up. And, let's see, what color should I do that crown? I like this color, how it'll look, but let's try it. And it doesn't really stand out that much, but that's the way it's gonna be. Yeah, I can't wait to see more of your all's pages, because I can tell you guys are much more used to doing art journal pages than I am. So I'm getting ideas and looking forward to seeing more. I want to do more collage. I think next time I'm going to start cutting up some magazines and do a little more collage. I haven't really done that in a long, long time, so this looks terrible. This orange, doesn't it? Okay, let's see. This is Koi coloring brush pen, which is not permanent. I mean, if it gets wet or if the Mod Podge goes over it, it's going to smear. But it is a pretty color, isn't it? So I'm going to add a little of this in here. And maybe I'll just be careful, and then at the end I'll spray the sealer so that I don't smear it with the Mod Podge when I seal it. Let's see, this a little bit darker in here. I just love Jane Davenport's little faces. And the first eyes that I used to do when I started doing faces were Jane Davenport eyes. Very, sort of, she teaches you to do the straight line, well, actually a very angular line, then a loop, and then a swervy loop. She does a big, like, swervy eye. And that's what I did for a long time. Okay, let me try to find my charcoal pencil. I'm walking away from my desk. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I have it. I'm back. And let's try to darken up these lines first. Okay, I think I want to darken up these lines first. Let's see. Yes, I love this girl's stance because she looks very powerful, and that's what I'm going for this year. I'm going for, you know, my word is respect. And getting respect and giving respect. I think that's really important. And sometimes you don't give yourself enough respect. And especially artists. You know, I've mentioned this before. I mean, we always think that everybody else is better. But, you know, it's because we look at our own art so much. I mean, that's what we see all the time, our own art. So it almost becomes, we become so used to it, it doesn't look great anymore. So somebody else's something different looks fantastic. And likewise, when somebody else is looking at your art, they think, oh my God, that's so good. But it's because they're not used to looking at, I mean, obviously it is good, but it's because we just become so used to looking at our own art. Sometimes we don't think it's special anymore. And we don't give ourselves enough respect. And we need to, because, you know, I look at this art that people put on my Mixed Media Passion and on the Art Journal Jazz, and it's beautiful. It's fantastic. But we need to give ourselves more respect when it comes to the art, and just more respect in general. Right? Right. Okay, now let me see if I can get this charcoal pencil to work a little bit. I don't know. I think this is dry. I think it's dry. I should probably sharpen this, but of course, I'm not going to take the time. Yeah, there's a lot of texture on here because of the, there we go, because of the napkin. And that's the great thing about the napkin. It's a lot of texture, more so than, even though I love using deli paper, even though, as I've mentioned before, we have a deli paper shortage in my town. I love using deli paper, but with the napkin, you get even more texture. Okay. And I'm going to do this all the way around, even though I want more shadow on one side than the other, but I'm going to do it all the way around because it's an art journal page. It's not a masterpiece that's going in some museum where people are going to criticize me and say, there's more shading on, or there's the same shading on both sides, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So like that. A little bit this way and that way. Okay, so now she stands out a little bit. Okay. Now, let's see. Maybe I'll make these words down here stand out a little bit. I like that. I like this washi tape with the words. I like that a lot. Okay. And then I stamp some words on book pages. And I'm going to put those on here. And it says, respect your art, respect your heart. Going along with my respect theme. So let me go wash off my hands so that I don't just smear this charcoal pencil everywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, let's put our words on here. Respect. your art, which is what I was just talking about. Respect your heart, which is what everybody needs to do. It's so easy for us to let people run over us. We think, oh, you know, they're having a bad day, or, you know, oh, I feel sorry for them, so I'll just let them treat me like crap. But you know what? I mean, you know, sometimes, obviously, sometimes there are circumstances where, you know, that's okay, but that's the way you're finding that you're living your life, and then you're silently just irritated about it all the time. It's a problem. It's a problem, and we need to do something about it. I found in my own life that, you know, a lot of times I sort of let everybody slide, you know. I think, oh, well, it's all right. It's all right. But you know what? It's not all right. Because if I'm not treating other people like that, it shouldn't be okay to treat me that way. Hence my word for the year. Okay, a little more shading. And maybe I'll do my shading around the bottom. Around the sides. I need to trim up these sides, obviously. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Maybe add some more Mod Podge along the edges. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that, so my whole book's not ruined. I should be doing this with my my oil pastel or my Neo Color too. And even though we won't see this, I'll do the inside. And I need to go get my, oh wait a minute, I have to let this dry. I'll let this dry, I'll go find my tags, and then we'll outline those, put the tag on. I'll be right back. Okay, let's do a little finishing up. Again with my Prismacolor pen. Let's outline these words. Okay, I'm back. That was weird. That was our next door neighbor downstairs with her head in the door yelling, "Mark, Cindy, Mark, Cindy." I thought it was my husband listening to this YouTube video of a parrot that he was listening to earlier. But no, it was our neighbor trying to get our attention. This is the weirdest video that I have ever made with all of these disturbances. And there goes the dog again. Oh my goodness. Okay, now I'm going to try this Wink of Stella brush. I had almost forgotten about this. And it has, I saw somebody use this, and it's like little, it's like sort of like glitter in a brush. Oh yeah, it's little glittery ink. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. You'll be able to see it in the pictures. But it's pretty cool. Okay, am I on camera? Say. Yeah, it'd be better if I weren't going over such light colors too, but hopefully you'll be able to see this in the camera. It's really pretty. It's like a really fine glitter and a pen. So there we go. Let's see. Let's put a little here and a little there and a little there and maybe a little, let's see. Is it still coming out? I need to squeeze it a little bit. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's make some little dots at the top. Each thingy here, and maybe along the bottom. Yeah, it just adds a little glitter here and there. Let's put some glitter in her eye here. Glitter in that eye. Glitter in that eye. In that eye. Okay. That's enough. And now we'll do our tag. Okay, our little Donna Downey-esque tag. And let's see, do I have my ink here? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, here we go. January 31st, 2017. And, uh-oh, I don't have my stapler, but that's okay. I think I'm going to staple this right. I'll staple it right here. So I have my little string hanging. And I think that will be it. So that's our Art Journal Jazz for today. I'll take some pictures, upload the video. And it's a very colorful page. So until next time, peace.